With the venue change from New York to Philadelphia, there comes a change in rules. There will be no designated hitter in the National League ballpark. That leaves the Yankees manager with a tricky decision. Does he use regular DH Hideki Matsui in the field in order to keep his bat in the lineup? The AP's John Klobucar spoke with AP baseball writers Ron Blum and Mike Fitzpatrick about that and more.
I think he gets Posada back in the lineup. There's more offense there. Maybe he leaves Matsui out, and he has that weapon coming off the bench. I think that's something the managers always like is, on days where they give big sluggers a rest and stuff like that, they love to have that guy available to pinch hit in the 7th inning, and the other manager has to account for that as he's operating his bullpen and things like that. So my guess would be we're still going to see Johnny Damon in left field and Matsui on the bench, ready to pinch hit.
And a Phillies lineup, joking. Of course, they're going to their park, but do you see the Phillies making any adjustments because their bats kind of slumbered in Game 2?
No, because I think, much like the Yankees felt in Game 1, it wasn't them, it was Cliff Lee. You talk to the Phillies, they say it wasn't them, it was A.J. Burnett. And they took some solace from the fact that in both the 8th and 9th innings, they got some runners on base against Mariano Rivera. And yes, an opposite field single, but that's better than a lot of teams do, so that gave him some confidence heading into Game 3.
Yankee fans may be confident, but there are some concerns.
I think one thing that probably Yankee fans are worried about going into Game 3 are with no designated hitter, that means there might be a pinch hitter, which might mean middle relief. And as you saw, Mariano Rivera had a 2-inning save, went from starter to Rivera with no bridge. Not a whole lot of confidence at this point in Jabba Chamberlain or Phil Hughes.
Our discussion must include Alex Rodriguez. Boy, he's struggling. 0 for 8 so far in this series and 6 strikeouts. What's on his mind these days?
Well, he's definitely struggling. It just goes to show you, baseball's a tough game. You can't, what he was doing in the postseason, in the AL playoffs, you can't do that forever. He was up there tearing it up every at-bat, one clutch hit after another. The concern for Yankee fans, nobody inside the Yankees clubhouse would say this, but the concern is, A-Rod had his run in the playoffs, and now the stakes have gotten higher, and now he's sort of morphing back into the guy that really, until this point, had crumbled in postseason pressure situations. I think Yankees fans were hoping, and even the Yankees were hoping, that big playoff performance had put all that behind him, had put all that to rest. But now, after 2 games, 0 for 8, 6 strikeouts, really looking lost at the plate. Out on his front foot, taking 2-strike pitches right over the heart of the plate, fooled on breaking balls, all that kind of stuff. Really the signs of a guy who's really off balance. A lot of concern there for the Yankees. I can't see them winning this series without him getting a big hit at some point.
But then again, a lot of that was the 2 pitchers, Cliff Lee and Pedro Martinez, switching speeds, moving the ball around on him. And for all his outs, 8 of them, he hasn't really come to bat in a lot of big situations because the Yankees haven't had a whole lot of base runners in games 1 or 2.